My name is Cynthia McKenna,
And I'm Nadia.
and welcome to the Beyond Hollywood podcast. Today, we are talking about
Drum rolls. Your favorite person, the queen of C-drama,
yes,
Dilraba. Do I know
Dilrab.
her second name? No, I don't. Like,
I'm gonna attempt to say it. Okay,
mhm.
Dilraba Dilmurat.
I mean, yeah, it is what it is. Like, if that's the name, then yeah, we'll just go with that. Dilmurat.
Dilmurat. Dilraba,
Okay.
the queen of C dramas. She is gorgeous, beautiful, stunning. She can make you cry.
Really
And
can.
yeah, and she will make you smile, and she
Mm-hmm.
will make you have um, butterflies in your stomach, and she'll make you
Mm-hmm.
fall in love with her.
Mm-hmm.
And she's just she's she's amazing.
She's freaking beautiful. Like, I rarely say that women are beautiful, but she's she's beautiful. Like, I don't know, like beautiful with a big B, with a
Yeah,
capital B. Like, oh my God. The first time I saw her, I was just like, who is this gorgeous woman? Like, why do you look like that? Where, like, when people were being made, where was I? When you were being made, where was I? Like, did I miss that line? Because what? How does she look like that? It's absolutely ridiculous.
she is stunning,
Mm,
really, really stunning, and she can
She really
act.
is.
So she's not just a
Yes,
pretty face. So
exactly.
yeah.
She's versatile. Like she's just, I don't know. Anyway,
Mm.
okay. So I
Okay.
guess we can start.
Yes. Uh, so today we just wanna. I I think this episode will just be me pouring all my like fangirling Dil Rubber.
Yeah, yeah, it really will be because I'm not much of a C-drama person.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then it's even amazing that I've watched two of Dilraba's dramas, to be honest. But at least I can
Mm.
contribute something. So I mean, it might be just you for like 40 minutes, but the 20 minutes will be me. I'll talk about something. Yeah.
It's okay. It's okay. That's why we're here, is to appreciate what we both love. And yeah,
Yeah.
that's just drama. And it's not shocking that you've watched two. I mean, when you enter into the C drama world, even if you watch like three dramas, one of them
Mm,
is bound to be a Dil Rubber drama.
facts. That's true. Yeah.
Yeah. So she's just incredible like that. So I'm
Hmm.
going to list the dramas that I watched and I enjoyed. And then I'm going
Mm-hmm.
to go on and explain why I enjoyed them. So the
Okay.
first one, I think we've talked about The King's Woman.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So I haven't really. Okay. Are we going to talk about it or you? Okay. Okay.
No, 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 no. No, go ahead. Go ahead. Tell me about The
So
King's
I
Woman.
haven't really watched The King's Woman, but I've seen a couple of clips on
Mm-hmm.
it. And
Mm-hmm.
it just looks like a very intense show. I love the twist at the end,
So
like
you
the
know the
ending.
ending.
Yeah, I know the
Yeah.
ending. And
Yeah.
I think that's what like caught my attention because a lot of, okay, see drama first of all. Let me just take a minute to appreciate the copywriters or the caption writers of
Mm-hmm.
C drama edits because them and their Cinderella and overbearing boss.
Why did I know
Everyone,
exactly what you mean?
because that's the only thing that comes up. You'll just see Cinderella, I don't know, faints because overbearing boss wants to have children with her. And you're like, I think that's like 90% of the reason why I won't even say 90%, 99.9% why I'm drawn to these C dramas because I end up just looking at such things. I'm like, oh, okay. Let me see who this Cinderella is.
And why she fainted. And then
And
you
the third
realize,
part,
yeah,
mhm,
you realize it has nothing. Like one has nothing to
exactly.
do with the other.
Nothing, as in what you watch and what was in the caption. Oh God. Anyway, so that's how I ended up like getting to know about the King's Woman. I think I
Mm,
wanted to start watching it, but yeah, that just died there. Like after I watched the clips, I was like, I guess I
hmm.
kind of know about this story. Am I going to start it? No. So I left it there.
Yeah. The King's Woman is a beautiful story. I understand why you wouldn't pick it up. It
Hmm.
has so many episodes.
How
So
many
many
episodes does it
episodes.
have?
49.
Hmm.
Okay, it looks
Okay.
like it's 48, about 48.
Well, like if I watched an episode a day, that's 2 months.
But it was such a beautiful story. You have no idea. Okay, let me just give me a minute to see if I can remember because I watched it quite a long time ago. The King's
Mm-hmm.
Woman follows the main character. Let me see if I can get their names. Uh yes. So Lady Lee.
Mm-hmm.
Lady Lee loses her father, and she's supposed to take over the swords. Something. It was something to do with fighting. So she's a really good fighter, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And she fell in love with actually a different character, and it was it one of the first C dramas I watched where they fell in love, they made love, and she became pregnant, and they weren't actually married. I think so.
Okay. Okay. Raunchy. I like it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it wasn't with the king. It was another character. So at the beginning, we are already introduced to to a couple complete. And that was the couple
Mm-hmm.
I was vying for all the way till the
Mm-hmm.
end because the king was quite annoying. He was so controlling, and
He really
he,
was. And
yeah, he was
overbearing.
end overbearing,
Overbearing.
like ridiculously overbearing,
Mm.
telling her what to do, where not to go, where I was so
But he was
annoyed.
also deeply insecure based off what I think I saw. Because
Yeah,
it seemed like he didn't trust a lot of the people around him, but he
yeah,
was also obsessed with power.
yeah, yeah. Uh,
Mm,
uh, so I already fell in love with Lady Lee, and I think it's her. I'm hoping it's Han Shen's character being together, and
mm,
then later on, now you get to see Lady Lee and Ying Zheng, which is the king, now start to
mm,
develop a romance together. And I don't know
mm,
when my ship changed, but it changed slightly when he started being nice,
mm.
which I think is a girl thing. Oh my gosh, he was nice
It
one
really is.
time.
It
So
really is.
now
Yeah.
I've fallen in love with this character. It's ridiculous.
Like you overlook everything. He could be
Exactly.
the meanest person, but then he just does the nicest thing, and you're like, oh my gosh, he gave her flowers and took her to hospital. What is wrong with us? We have issues. Anyway.
We do have issues. Oh my gosh. Yeah. So, because of the war and everything, he wasn't very trusting. And he kept thinking
Mm,
people are after his whatever, his throne.
mm,
Now, the thing that I remember, I know you've watched the ending.
yeah.
Did you notice that the Dilraba's character was betrayed by her own like servant?
I don't think I did
Mm,
because I only watched like the bit where like now the actual twist.
mm,
Yeah. I didn't notice that because I only watched the actual like the actual scene, the monumental one. Yeah.
mm.
Because there's that scene and then now there's the ending where like you see him going
Big,
out, like going
yeah,
down the palace steps and everything.
yeah.
So that's I only watched them when they were in the in the palace and then they had like that back and forth and everything and then yeah.
Okay.
Mm.
Yes. So in most C dramas, you will find that the direct servant
Mm.
of these royals or concubines, wherever, they usually tend to have full support, like they fully support their what?
They're superiors, I guess.
Their
Yeah. Like the
superiors.
person they're
Yeah.
working for, yeah.
Yeah. So if the person is evil,
Mm.
even their direct servant will be
Is
evil.
evil. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's usually
Like
true, yeah.
they will help them with whatever that they need to do behind their
Mm.
backs. They'll be their right
Mm.
hand.
Yeah.
So now I was looking and then I saw, oh, for this one, it's so different because the servant was being used by the king
Mm.
to do the dirty work and to go behind her lady.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah, and she's the one who poisoned the woman or the guy she loved.
Oh no. So you're telling me the guy died?
Yeah, I thought you watched the ending. I'm so sorry. First of all, spoilers.
Yeah, spoilers. I'm so
Okay, okay,
do you know what? I
yeah.
kind maybe I did watch that. Okay, I don't know. I didn't watch that. I only watched The King and Dilraba
Oh yeah, yeah.
and
Okay,
then the ending. Like now the ending of The King.
yeah.
Like when
Okay.
he's now going down those steps and just looking
Mm,
like, okay, that
he's
just
yeah,
happened.
like he's done. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess before the fight between Dilraba and the king by
Mm,
themselves,
mm-hmm,
uh, this guy, he comes to claim his woman-ish and also to take back the throne, or to remove the king because he feels like the king is unfit to rule.
which he was, but anyway. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So he comes with his sword and everything. He's been training. He's a really good swordsman. But for
Mm,
some reason, he's not able to reach the king. And turns out he's been poisoned. And the person who poisoned him was the servant of Dilraba's character. And that servant had
mm.
actually been told to go and give him something different. It was so heartbreaking, man. And then Dilraba asked the king, "You've never trusted me as like I loved
Yeah.
you."
That
Yeah,
was really like that scene was so sad because he was actually going to kill her.
yeah,
He still did. But
he
I
still
mean,
did. He wasn't actually going to kill. He killed her. Like there's no
he
two
killed
way
her.
about.
Yeah. But you
Yeah,
know that's the saddest bit for me because
yeah.
you could just see the betrayal in her eyes, which just tells you how fantastic of an actress this woman is. But
Mm,
you could just see it in her eyes, even when in that moment when she said, it means you've never trusted me at all.
mm, mm,
And he's just there, like, okay, so yeah, I didn't anticipate for this to happen. But it kind of just shows you the truth of human beings that sometimes you end up just love is not enough, you know? So the
yeah.
king, in his twisted way, did love the the
Lady
that
Lee.
the lady,
Mm,
but Lady Lee,
mm.
but he just loved power more. So
Yeah,
yeah,
like he wanted full control.
he did. He did.
But
I like how I'm
that
talking
scene
about
is,
this as if
yeah.
I've been watching that show. But anyway,
But it's true. But
it
that
is true.
scene was beautiful. The
It
way
is.
she rushed and then
Mm.
turned the knife
Turn the
towards
dagger.
herself.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
And that was a thing, by the way, they were doing all throughout the film, where she would
Mm.
always turn the dagger and love tap him on the chest. And now she
Mm.
did it in a time when her life would be in danger. And then in the end, she said this is the only way for him to learn what it means
To
to
lose
lose a
someone.
loved one.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then he can stop treating people as disposable. Uh,
Mm. I
was the
mean, we'll
best.
never know. Will we know if he ever felt it? No, because it just ended. So, yeah, we just have to assume that he did learn something.
Hmm. It was so sad. It
Okay,
was
let's talk about another show.
so
20 minutes.
sad. Okay, no, but it's my favorite. So we have to spend
Yeah,
like a long
okay,
time.
okay. You know what? I
Yeah.
can't even complain because in the Janghain episode, I was there talking about something in the rain twice. So it's okay. This is your moment. It's your moment. Yeah.
Oh, but their love story was so cute. Okay, anyway, that was the King's Woman. And then
Speaking of, oh, sorry, I was going to say, speaking of cute love stories,
yeah,
if your next one, the next one that you want to talk about is You're My Glory, then yeah, now that was a cute love story. Okay.
okay. Before we jump ahead, I just wanted to
Mm-hmm.
say, I went through that ending in my
Mm-hmm.
head 5 or 10 times,
Is this the
and
one
I
for the King's Woman?
yes,
Ah, okay.
and I can say with absolute certainty there was
Mm-hmm.
no better way to end that movie,
Makes
to end
sense.
that drama.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it ended perfectly. I wouldn't change a thing. I would kill the
Mm,
directors who wrote it because they broke my heart, but I think they
mm.
did a fantastic job.
Like it left you with an impact.
Yeah, yeah,
It
obviously.
is better than a happily ever after. Because it
Yeah.
also reminds me of this K drama. Okay, I'm not going to talk about it. No.
Just say it.
I was going to talk about the red sleeve scarf
Oh, yeah, yeah.
and how the ending was just I mean, it left you to like interpret what's going to happen, or rather, you it's either you accept that that's what happened, or it didn't. But the story was also a little similar. Okay, maybe not similar, but you have this king who he's a wise king, I'd say. The only difference between him and the one that you've described is that at least he wasn't so, okay, he was a bit controlling, but not very controlling. And he fell
Mm,
in love with one of the maidens, yeah, those court maids.
mm,
And he pursued her for a very, very long time, but be she never wanted to like accept, because she knew that once she becomes the king's woman, her
mhm,
life ends. And she was this super independent. Like she was like, yeah, I'm all about my independent life. Please, I want to read. I want to do things like this. Because
mm.
when you're a court maid, you belong to the king.
Yeah,
It's so sad. I don't even know. Let's just take a minute to talk about how patriarchy is absolutely just disgusting. Because how did someone just decide that
you are
because I
my.
work for you, I belong to you? And then
Mm,
if I leave, I can never get married. Do you know how ridiculous? And I'm telling you, Cynthia, it's a man who came up with that. I'm pretty sure it's a man. So, yeah, you know what? That that patriarchal system is very disgusting. Like I every time I hear about like the things they do to women, I'm just like, no, y'all had issues. Anyway, side like that rant is done. But anyway,
Mm-hmm.
the red sleeve cuff, yeah. So it's kind of similar to the King's Woman. The only there are like some slight differences, but the
Mm-hmm.
ending was also really sad because she did end up like becoming the King's Woman because he said, you know what, it's time. Like I've pursued you long enough. You have to become mine now. He was tired. Even though he gave her like multiple chances to leave. But she was like, no, I guess I'm just here. And people believe that she died of depression because one, her son died,
Mm-hmm.
which was so sad. And I read the real story. A couple of her children died. So it is in terms of satisfying endings, yeah, it was a satisfying ending.
Yeah, a sad, satisfying ending, which is very
Yeah,
rare to accomplish.
true.
Yeah.
It's not like something in the rain. But anyway, this is not about something in the rain, Cynthia. Carry on.
Every time, every episode, surely, Nadia.
I really need to stop. You know what? I think I need to watch that show. Anyway, it's because I like recently listened to the podcast episode, so that's why it's very fresh in my
Uh,
mind.
okay,
Okay, I'm
okay, then
sorry.
it's all right. I love you still. All right.
Mhm.
We can jump to "You Are My Glory" with Dilraba and Yang Yang.
Oh, young, that's fine. Like, I rarely find Chinese male actors attractive, but
Mm-hmm.
that guy is fine. That guy is fine.
And I
I mean,
think he's a fantastic actor.
he definitely is. Like,
Mm-hmm.
from, well, he has improved from Love, that Love H2O. Is it Love H2O, Love O2O?
O2O.
Yeah,
O2O.
Love O2O days. Though I read somewhere that
Improved.
people were like,
Mm.
he was the better actor, and it's the female lead that let him down.
Okay, I don't know what they're talking about. I enjoyed the show. It was fantastic. It was
I
amazing.
mean, for me, it was one of my first young. Actually, I think it was my first young show, but this is not about young. So
Mm.
moving on, love you, my glory. Wow. What can I say? First of all, can
Mm.
we just talk about how she nailed that part? Because she was
Yeah,
an actress. And she is an
she's an
actress.
actress.
She was like, she still managed to convince me that she was an actress. And I was like, oh God, she was so cute, her and her dedicated love. So,
Mm.
I guess, a brief summary of what the show is about is,
Mm.
so well, this is for people who've not watched it, yeah?
Yeah.
Um, you have Dilraba, who's obviously the main female lead. I don't remember her name, but in the show. Let me look for her.
You can look for
Yeah,
it.
let me look for it. Mm, you are my glory.
Mm. Okay. Jing. Was it Jing?
Mm. Oh
You
yeah,
two was a guy and Jing.
you
Xiao
two.
Jing.
Where is her name? Did she not have? Was it Jin
Okay.
Jin or
Yeah.
what was? Okay. Do you know
Okay.
what?
They
I'm
say,
actually not seeing her name. Oh,
they are
Jing
saying,
Jing. She was
yeah,
Kao Jing Jing. Yeah.
yeah.
Mm. So you two and Jing Jing were in high school together. Was it high school or middle school? I don't know. One of those.
Yeah.
And she had like this huge, like massive crush on him.
Mm,
What I really love about C dramas is how they place importance
mm,
on like education. Okay, of course they stress it a bit too much,
Mm.
but I love how the popular people are not really jocks. They're
Oh
the
yeah.
what you'd consider quote unquote nerds
Mm-hmm.
because they're the really smart ones. They're the all-rounded people because you see him like he's good at what he does in school. He or she plays like a sport, or they're the class president. It's very interesting to see what they consider as attractive versus what I guess the Western concept of attractive is.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm.
Anyway, so U2 is like the smartest kid in class, but he's also very nonchalant, very aloof, um,
Mm-hmm.
but very all rounded. And he had like a dream to become an aerospace engineer.
Mm-hmm.
So she loved that. She was like, I'm rooting for you and I want you to like achieve your dreams and everything. And another thing about her is that she also believed that she was pretty because she was. So I mean, those were facts.
Mm.
So she was like, I mean, if I'm not able to succeed in terms of my what skills, like how do I put it? In terms of school, at least I can
Mm.
do something with my beauty. And that's how
Yeah.
she ended up becoming an actress.
An
Yeah.
actress. Yeah.
Even though she kind of wanted to like get into the same school as that guy. So she confesses her love to U2, but U2 is like, I don't have that time. So
Mm.
so
Mm.
they separate
No,
and
was it? I don't have that time. I feel like it was.
mhm.
You don't fit with my plan
Yes.
because
Yes.
he fell in love with another chick.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Did he really
Yeah.
fall in love? No, he didn't fall in. Okay. He was just they were dating, but
They were together for a very long
don't
time.
okay, that's true. Fine, he fell in love. Okay, part of me wants to just believe that he only loved Jing Jing, but
Okay.
it's true. He did have a prior relationship, which is okay because also Jing Jing had a prior relationship. So
Yes, with some
soulmates, like
weird guy.
that guy was weird, and he was
Yeah.
cocky, so
Yeah.
cocky.
Yeah.
Ugh, so irritating. You know those guys of I know I'm better than you, so I'm
Mm-hmm.
doing you a favor by dating you. Oh gosh.
Mm.
But I loved how Jing Jing was just like, yeah, you need to move on with life. We're not
Mm-hmm.
together, so stop it.
Mm.
Anyway, so years later, Jing Jing is like trying to get into this. She's the brand ambassador of this game,
Mm-hmm.
and what? And she's not good at it. Yeah. She's not good
She
at it.
sucks at playing
Yeah,
it.
she sucks at playing it. So the company, like the gaming company is like, yo, we're gonna drop you if you if you don't like improve your skills. And we want you to like show that you're actually good at what you do
Mm.
in some competition. So she's like, cool, fine. Um she starts playing online and then joins some cat thing there which happens to have you two as well. Oh no, wait. You two is the one who invited her to join, but
The
she didn't know that she was playing with him.
mm.
Yeah. Then she's like, "Oh my gosh, this guy is really good at what he does. Like that player. I wonder if he can teach me." Ooh. Then she ends up finding out that it's you two. And she's like, yo, okay, okay. And I guess that's how it starts. So he comes over and he starts training her. I won't lie. There was some bits where I just used to forward because before they get together, first of all, the gaming bit took a
Mm.
chunk of, like it was like a quarter of the series. It was
I don't know.
significant,
Yeah.
but there were bits where I was like, can we just get a move on from this? Like,
I
I'm tired.
really enjoyed it though. I enjoyed it ridiculously.
I did as well the very first time. Okay, this is one of the few C dramas I've watched twice, yeah.
Mm,
But I did enjoy it, like I think the first time I watched it, but the second time I was just like, okay, I kind of want to see the bit where they start falling in love. So,
mm,
but I did like the dynamic of them just building their friendship and just getting to know each other
mm,
through training sessions. Yeah.
yeah.
So, and then you get to like also understand their characters. So you have like you two who seems super aloof, but it's mostly just because he has a lot he's thinking about. So he's mostly just in his head. And then you have Jing Jing, who's like, yeah, I'm like out here, I'm all
Mm,
about like talking about what it is I'm going through and can we just communicate? Which made them a very good partnership. They were one of the few couples I say who genuinely had a very stable relationship in any drama I've watched.
mm,
They had
mm,
a fantastic relationship, those guys. Oh,
mm.
and then
And
he
mm,
too was so witty, like his romantic moments. Ooh, oof. I was like, sir, did you say that? Like, was that you? It's always the quiet ones, Cynthia. It's the quiet ones who shock you, by the way. Like
ah,
quiet ones.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm
Mm.
remembering the time when Jing Jing bought an aircon, aircon, and
Yeah,
then
an air purifier thing, yeah?
yeah, and then
Yeah.
did she break it? And then she
No, she
called him.
dismantled it and then
She
called
called,
him and was like, yeah, can you please
it's not
fix
working.
this? It's not working. And he's just like, and she's like, can you come over now? And he's like, it's midnight. What? Why am I coming over? She's like, but it's not working. It's defective.
Oh my god, that was funny. Oh, and then there was the point where I'm just going to remember funny scenes when
Yeah.
the paparazzi were following them into now U2's workspace, and then they
Oh
got
yeah.
caught. That
And
was
that
also
was
an answer.
so funny.
I,
But I loved it because at least they didn't like I was a bit afraid that their relationship was going to be exposed.
yeah,
But
yeah.
then like how the aerospace team dealt with it, I was like,
Mm,
those guys really they needed that lesson. You can't just be out here just following people. Like give people their private. But another
mm,
thing I liked about that paparazzi, come to
mm,
think of it, is when they said, um, let's not post these pictures because
mhm,
for the first time, she's happy and we like seeing her happy. So let's leave it
mm,
alone. I found that
mm.
so commendable. Like there are very few pups who would do that.
You would do
Because
that. That's true.
yeah, you're literally earning, like you get paid based off exclusives. So
Mm,
the juicier your exclusive, the more
the
money you
better.
get. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
But that show was full of so many like cute moments. But what I really, really loved most about it is just how they showed that progression of from friends to lovers. And
Mm,
then even when they were lovers, they had very few disagreements and they sorted things out. I loved how Jing Jing is a freaking star. Like
mm,
she's, I guess you'd say she was like I don't know, who's popular. I don't know. I can't think of a popular person right now, but she was a big, big star.
yeah.
But she still managed to like calm you too, despite everything, because you too was stressed. He was like, I don't make enough money. I'm not able to
Mm,
provide you the
take
kind
care
of
for
life
you.
that, yeah, I'm not able to provide the kind of life that you'd want to live. And she's like, who told you I want these things?
Mm,
I mean, I work myself. So, but anyway, we're still gonna sort this out. And I liked how she just went to to live with him. Do you know not many people would do that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Considering how large and just convenient her apartment was, she
Mm.
went to live in his tiny apartment and
Yeah.
made it a home.
And he made her a closet. Oh, he changed her
Imagine!
entire room to a closet.
And she was so excited about it. She was like, look at what he did for me. And I was
I
like, yes, girl, look at it.
know. Oh
Oh
wow. It's always
man,
the small things though. It's always the
it
small
really
things.
is. It's always the
Yeah.
small things. Like that guy was so damn romantic. I was like, where can I get myself a U2? Like, I don't know. I wanted a U2 and I wanted Jin Jin to be my friend. I don't know. Like,
Now the only downside with this entire show was the diet and the slimming and
yes,
yeah, the
yeah.
slim equals beautiful. That's the only
Which is a whole
agenda.
China thing, yeah.
Yeah, the only agenda they really pushed. Uh,
Mm,
I mean, it was good that for the first time, the main actress is not super skinny yet eating Subways.
mm, mm.
Uh, of course, it's Subways because hello, it's C-dramas.
Did she eat a Subway really? I didn't see her
Oh,
eating Subway.
no,
She
she
just used to
never
have some
did.
very strange breakfast.
Yeah,
Okay, it was
everything
strange
was
for me.
everything was calorie counted.
Yeah.
At least that was very realistic. That's what I'm saying, like
Mm,
they
mm,
showed she was skinny because she was actually counting her calories and
mm,
making sure not to go above certain, and she would always stress about how much weight she's gained or how much
mm.
weight she's lost and stuff like
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
especially if she had a role that was coming up.
Mm,
Now,
mm.
that was the realistic point, but I think that is toxic.
It
Toxic.
really is. It is.
Oh, no, no, that is not an agenda we should be pushing. Slim does not
Mm.
equal beautiful. That's.
It honestly doesn't. And
Mm,
I just back it up with like, you remember the documentary I told you about of
mm,
how just the thin agenda is being pushed in China to the
mm,
point that like there was this girl who was 26 kilograms. Do you know, as uh, an adult, I
mm.
don't think you're supposed to be like less than 35 kg.
When were you
That's ridiculous.
26 kilograms, Nadia?
I do. Maybe when I was 5. You know,
I would say
what?
somewhere in class 6, and I was a skinny kid. I was a very skinny kid.
20. I don't think I can't even see myself being 26 kilograms when I was in primary. No.
Mm,
In primary, I was definitely like in my 40s. Yes, I could have been, I was slim, but I have heavy bones. So, plus
uh,
I'm also tall,
yeah,
and I
yeah.
was very tall for a very long time. I just stopped growing recently. So,
Okay.
I mean, that thin agenda, man. No. And it's in so many C dramas. I'm
Mm,
actually glad that K dramas don't push it that much.
mm,
It's nice to see people who are who are healthy, though we're
mm,
still very far off in terms of like in terms of beauty standards, because I'm yet to see I feel like we're yet to see plus size um male, not male, plus size female leads, so it's going to
mm.
take time because that's just a societal thing, and
Even plus
societies are
size,
different.
even plus sized male. I'd like to watch a show
Yeah,
about a
it
plus
would
size
be
male.
interesting. But
Yeah.
plus size, in terms of plus size males, they tend to be the second, no, the third lead.
So, yeah.
The third,
Support
not
characters.
second. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're the support characters, because I think about like Fighting My Way. He was plus size,
Mm,
but his girlfriend was ridiculously skinny.
mm,
Yeah. So it's
mm,
always, you'll just see them paired up. Like it's maybe someone who's a bit like chubby, and then you have your ridiculously skinny person, or vice
Mm,
versa, or they try and push the agenda of like they were fat and they want this person. And even that fat is usually just so weird. You can just see that people don't look like that. But anyway, there's nothing wrong. What we're trying to say is there's nothing wrong with how your body looks, having some
mm,
cheeks, having
mm,
some skin on it. Like people need to come to Africa. People need to watch African
mm.
shows. Then you realize that
Yeah,
it's
you're
okay to
not
have
big.
meat. Yeah, like it's okay. In fact, we appreciate it. Like
Yeah,
a little belly here, because it's normal. I mean,
yeah,
so many of us look like that. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, for sure. Okay.
But anyway, it was a fantastic show. You two killed it. Dilraba like just murdered it. I don't even
Yeah.
know. She yeah, that part she played it, and being a supportive girlfriend, and just also I also liked how they were able to just grow their separate careers. That was really good.
Mm,
Yeah.
yeah.
And they were
Mm,
there for each other. Like when
yes.
he was so nervous about the rocket launch, she was there, and she was like the leader of the other wives, which was so cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I do have one issue with that show.
Yes.
Can we talk about how they just fast forwarded things? 1 minute people are dating, next people are married. I'm like, yo. Then they're like 2 years later. I'm like, 2 years in one episode. How did all of this happen? Surely.
Oh, yeah. And yet
Yeah.
they had so many episodes to lead to
They
that.
really, it's almost like the writer was like, oh my God, this thing
Oh,
needs to end. Okay.
we're out of time.
We're out of time. So we're going to do a time jump in the same. They're going to get married, and then we're going to have like 1 year later. Then we're going to have 2 years later. I'm like, take it slowly, please. Relax. We've been having a momentum here. We can't all of a sudden start running, but we ran, and we
But the
still we
wedding was cute.
the ending was cute. It was a satisfying ending. Like those you just you knew that you were done. You were like, yeah, we're done. There's
Mm,
nothing more we can add to this. Everyone has accomplished what it was they needed to accomplish, and we were
mm,
here for it. Would I have wanted to see some babies? Yes, but
mm.
it doesn't mean that every relationship is a baby, so it's fine.
I would have
Yeah.
wanted to see more aerospace scenes. Those are fun. I don't know
I would
why.
have, yeah, they were fun, and I
Yeah.
would have wanted to see more mm, marriage life, married life
Mm, mm,
episodes. Yeah, like they should have done like a chunk, like maybe just 5. We get to see
mhm,
them in their domesticness, but then when I really think about it, their dating life was very domestic.
mm.
So, but I loved how she made him like just work for it. Oh, that was great.
Yeah, he needed
Okay.
to.
He
Okay,
needed to because that guy. Anyway, if you don't stop, Cynthia, I'll continue talking. So just let's carry
okay,
on.
okay, okay.